Welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. We're in the playoffs now, so this is a round of 16. We've got Dota from Facebook versus Secret Shopify. This is a best of 3, and we've got my two co-casters going off against each other, so this should be pretty exciting. After this series, one of them should be able to help me cast more games full time because I don't have to practice anymore, so that's pretty nice. I don't have to do this solo as much anymore. One thing also to note, this specific game was played in 7.26b, so what happened is all the games are scheduled for Saturday noon, and then 7.26c came out at like 3 p.m. afterwards, so like I'm not really sure what happened, if like all the games were played at the same time. For example, my game was played on Sunday night, so we're playing on the newer patch. In this specific patch, not too much changed. Like across the board, talents got nerfed by 20%. That was like what the patch notes said. Although some are worse than others because of rounding issues. And then the next patch after that is that some of the changes got reverted, and then some of the nerfs got even harder. So that's pretty funny to see. So I guess like in terms of balance, not too much has changed. I guess another big thing about this patch is that T2 towers got significantly stronger, and T2 towers and above. So tower diving is a lot scarier now, and it's harder to level up in the mid game. So between level 9 and level 14. And right off the bat, we have a position 4 sniper. This hero is so fucking annoying to deal with. I see this hero in every single game that I play. And I mean, in 7.26c, he got nerfed a little bit, but it's still really good. It's just like minor nerfs across the board. But you pick up that Ag Scepter. It's basically like almost instant, full like 2 screens away stun for 1.8 seconds. So it's just absolutely crazy. But one of the problems is that you will really struggle until you get the Ags. So we're seeing Venge and DP picked up to Secret Shopify, and I think they're gonna just try and deathball a little bit here. So I would like to see Lycan banned out. I think that would be a very good hero for Secret Shopify right now. That would give them a lot of trouble. So we'll see what the bans are. And Jakiro going to be the other support picked up for Dota from Facebook. They've been running this one a lot throughout the league.
5 seconds remain.
Other than that, the bans seem pretty normal. The Kono ban is a big one for these death boss strats because you don't want to fight into this like constant eliminate, and the Will-O-Wisp is pretty scary to go up against as well. Venge, I think this hero is very situational. Like in general, you can't just pick Venge, right? You need to pick Venge for this like specific strategy, this like kind of death ball-y strategy, because otherwise like she kind of just feels very underwhelming. She doesn't have a good laning phase, and then I mean she just dies all the time, right? You're supposed to swap your allies and feed. Faceless Void going to be the ban for Secret Shopify. Another good hero against these death ball lineups, right? You usually need to commit pretty hard as a death ball, and Faceless Void is really good against that because he can just chrono the team. So it seems like Secret Shopify, they have the plan going in. We don't see Lycan banned out. I think this is a very good Lycan game. There's nothing these two supports can do against the Lycan right now. So I kind of feel like Dota from Facebook could be in a lot of trouble already. Alright, Tusk's gonna be the pickup here, so gonna give them a little bit more catch. This hero I think is really strong right now, even though I'm not even good at Tusk, but I've been winning games on Tusk. It's just like it just feels so easy to execute. You just roll in, you punch people.
Only 10 seconds.
I'm interested to see who Tusk's lane partner is going to
5
be.
seconds remain.
I also find it quite interesting that they picked their mid first, but feeling very confident about DP on Shopify. This hero does not lose a whole lot of matchups, so I just feel like Spirit Siphon is ridiculously overtuned right now. Beastmaster going to be picked up for Dota from Facebook. I'm curious, so in the past 2 games, we've seen Dota from Facebook have Fruitcakes play on support and someone else take over for offlane, and it's worked out really well for them. But the problem is that Sniper isn't really a playmaking hero. Like, his goal as a position forward is to stall the game out until he gets ags, and then you can start making plays. So you want to use the shrapnel to instantly clear waves, and then you just like try and grind the game to a halt by spamming shrapnels. So it's going to be a very different playstyle coming out of Fruitcakes that I'm not sure if this will work for their team. Beastmaster is also not the strongest hero early on. This isn't the patch where he got nerfed yet, so he's still got the level 15 boar talent. I would say that like the changes to Beastmaster's talent in the next patch are like, it's more of a rebalancing. Most people say it's a nerf because basically they swapped the talent order around, so he gets the Hawk Vision talent first at level 15, which I think is super good. But then he doesn't get the boar damage talent until 20. But they moved a level 25 talent to level 15, so like. I don't know, man. Alright, and Kunkka, the signature Scylla hero, it seems. This is probably his 6th time playing it now. Although it hasn't really worked out too well for him in the past. And I don't think DP is the best matchup for Kunkka right now. You don't get magic resistance from strength anymore. So stacking braces isn't like a easy win solution against DP anymore. But we'll probably see him build Spirit Vessel again. I think this is a very good Spirit Vessel game. Because Gyro will eventually pick up a Satanic as well. Also, picking up Gyro this early on, so they're going to save their offlaner for last. They want to be able to counter the safe lane of Dota from Facebook. So I guess they already know the matchup in the top lane. They're up against Beastmaster Sniper, so you might as well pick your carry now. And Gyro is very good. This is actually very inverted to like how drafting normally goes, right? Usually it's first pick that has the competitive advantage here, because you have like because second pick is forced to pick 2 heroes early on, so you can like do counter picking every step of the way through until the final pick. So usually if you're first pick, you'll win the side lanes and then you'll probably lose mid. But Secret Shopify, they've picked their mid first, so things are a little bit out of whack. But this is really good for them, because now they're gonna get a winning matchup in the off lane, and I think this laning phase is gonna look a little bit rough for Facebook, to be honest. Like, Sniper doesn't help that much against Gyro. To be fair, Venge isn't the strongest laner either, but Sniper's also not a great laner in these 2v2s. So who are they going to pick up to round out their draft? I think Troll could be okay for them. He's a hero who can kind of deal with Tusk's bullshit. Like, you turn on Whirling Axes and then it's very difficult to kill the Troll with Tag Team. Okay, Medusa. They want to take this one late, but I think Gyro is just a better hero than Medusa. Medusa's a little bit too slow right now, but they do have the Sniper to drag the game out, so they want to go late this game. So Kunkka, Beastmaster, Jakiro just gonna try and cause a lot of chaos on the map. Sniper is probably going to try and just like push out waves safely, and then Deuce is gonna farm. And we're gonna see, like, the win condition from Dota from Facebook is this game's going really late. The only problem is I don't know if Dusa can beat Gyro in the late game. They're like pretty similar heroes. I would be curious to see if this is like a second item rapier on Dusa. I think that's pretty common these days. Just because like, I don't know. There's a lot of good items to buy. You definitely, I think you want a Scotty for the regen reduction. That's like a new thing that got added in 7.26a. Because that way DP has a much harder time staying in the fight. And then you need, I don't know, I'm a bit worried for their damage output, right? Like, what are they gonna do here? Oh, raises the pickup for mid. Oh, sorry, the off lane pickup. Oh wait, raises the mid. DP's the support. This an off lane Tusk. All right, okay. So I have seen DP4 somewhat, and I'm not impressed by it. Okay, this hero, I don't know. She needs levels and farm, like. But she will be able to crush Jakiro in the lane, so that 1v1, they have to like 1v1 in the jungle, which is how I see most lanes go, right? Like you want like the supports to go at each other, and you want the cores to 1v1, and usually it like benefits you if the cores win. In this case, Gyrocopter can definitely beat Beastmaster, and Death Prophet can definitely beat Jakiro, so this lane is going to be pretty tricky for Facebook. I think their lanes in general are going to be very difficult, and I'm kind of worried for them. They just need to stall this game out for like 40-50 minutes, and then that's kind of when their like window is going to come. So Shopify, they need to take it well before then. I'm less impressed by this DP support now, because then it's like less death bolly than I expect. But let's introduce the team's first game of the playoffs. We've got Fruitcakes on the Sniper, 50 and 60 on the Jakiro, Tex on the Medusa, Stilla on the Kunkka, and Chillbro Swaggins on the Beastmaster again. So this is going to be Fruitcakes on the Support Sniper. The side of Secret Shopify, we've got Lopert on the Vengeful Spirit, Hero on the Tusk, Cosmo on the DP, Incarnate on the Razor, and Coach on the Gyrocopter. So immediately an early smoke coming out here for 4 heroes. Gonna put down this mid ward nice and early, although the Kunkka got there first already. So that's a bit of a meme. They're gonna walk up this high ground and possibly find a very easy kill on this Sniper. The boar is gonna come up and scout them, but Chillbro Swaggins, he's gonna get caught out here. Sees Magic Missile and Static Link as well. Chillbro Swaggins is for sure dead. Tag team comes out as well. First blood for Incarnate. So already a very good start for this Razor, who's gonna have a very easy lane against this Kunkka. I don't really see too many ways for Kunkka to really like stay in this lane. Sure, you've got the Tidebringer to last hit, because you can't take the damage away from Tidebringer. And Cosmo is just, he's took half of Deuce's HP. And Cosmo manages to pick up. I think Tex is in a bit of trouble. There's no Spirit Siphon for a bit though, but Dusa is a very slow hero. 275, that's like CM move speed. Holy crap. I guess the Agi nerfs coming in strong here. And Tex is taking so much damage early on, he might actually die. That's a first blood for the, oh, not first blood, a solo kill for the DP here. Okay. That's definitely applause. Oh, already off to not a great start for Facebook here. And another big problem with safe lane Dusa. Oh, okay, what's going on? Where is Hero? I guess he like TP'd home or something. That doesn't... Here's just TP to the lane. Very weird. This could also be an off-lane DP, but I've usually seen Hero play off-lane, not Cosmo. So that's a little bit strange. I'm not sure why he TP'd all the way home though. That's... Alright. Well, DP has Spirit Siphon again, so she's ready to brawl at Tex. He might die again! He just TP'd back to lane. Oh no, disaster. Hex just Hero just showing up and grabbing the kill. Alright, it seems like Tusk is the support. So a bit of a lanes role swapping, but I guess this is a little bit more standard to say the least. Like you normally see DP off lane, but definitely from a core position, it's more common to see DP. And Tusk 4 is, I mean, Tusk off lane is pretty strong. I've seen Seb play it a few times, and it looks like pretty crazy. Like he just does such an insane amount of damage with Warriors Punch if you get early levels. How's this top lane going? Blightstone for the sniper, and I don't know. I'm not sure if he picked up Headshot at level 1. It helps him trade a lot better. I'm like on the fence between both. Like the level 1 Shrapnel is kind of bad, but it's also like the only spell you have, and Fruitcakes, he's probably gonna go down here, gets Magic Missile and Rocket Barraged, and yeah, he will die. Lopez in a lot of trouble though. He might be the return kill. One more boar hit will get it, but oh, nice body blocks from Coach here. He will be able to save his teammate, but Coach is also taking quite a lot of damage, and he can't Rocket Barrage because of the creeps.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
So pretty free pickup for Venge here. So already the slating phase, not looking too hot for Dota from Facebook. But again, they're not here for the early game, they're here for the late game. The only problem is I haven't had a whole lot of success with these late game lineups. The game seems to end so quickly. It's just like after the 10-minute mark, you just group up and take objectives, and it feels very difficult to stop. This is the death board meta. Alright, Tusk gets the shards off, and Jakiro, he is pretty tanky. A very early pointed Ice Path will buy himself a little bit of time. Actually, will make it out of there. How's mid going? Mid is not going as poorly as I thought it would, but I think net worth wise it's quite bad. I don't know, this Dissa I feel like is never going to get online. Like they had to make so much space, and they're already losing the other lanes, so I'm not really sure what the game plan is. Alright, Sniper's got level 2 Shrapnel now. This is where Sniper actually gets really scary. The level 1 Shrapnel is really bad, but the level 2 one is really good. So, gonna pull the creep wave for now. Gonna drag the creep wave back. And Lopet will need to be careful if he shows here. Like, Sniper's got 3 Shrapnel charges, so this can get pretty spooky. I'm gonna drop one now. Gonna make sure they take a little bit of damage while going for this hard camp. And zoning them out completely. Lopet's gonna be able to grab the bounty runes, it seems. Fruitcakes might drop a Shrapnel to do a lot of damage, but it seems like it's not gonna bother. Just gonna go for the other one. Nice plays there from Fruitcakes, acknowledging that he's not gonna be able to grab that one at all. But it's gonna be 3 for 1 again. I think, yeah, the 3 for 1 again. Actually, this mid lane's not going too bad at all. Kunkka is still around the same in XP, even though like raises up Knight denies. That's pretty wild. But gonna get all his damage sapped. Level 3 static link.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
And Venge? There's no more Shrapnel charges. They need to get the boar hit, but it's not going to be in range. So Venge not going to go down there. Let's see what kind of small items Sniper wants to go for. He needs to just like rush the Ags immediately. I think his team doesn't have that many initiation options either. Like there's the X marks boat, but that's gonna come a bit later, and it's very telegraphed. You have a lot of time to react to it. Raw, the cast range is pretty small, and you can't buy Ags to increase it anymore because Ags doesn't do that right now. So I think they're gonna have to rely on this Sniper a lot to start fights. But he needs Ags first. Alright, Razor with a haste, and he's gonna get pretty easy pick up here. Fruitcake's instantly TP's out. He's gonna be able to make it out of there. And Beastmaster in the meantime trying to kill this vengeful spirit. Oh, he's just barely not gonna be able to get it. 0 for 5 so far. But this is an opportunity for Scylla to catch up a little bit. He is level 6 now. I would also like to see him make a rotation, but he does need a power rune like haste or something, and Razor managed to get that. He doesn't have a rune ward in mid, so it's going to make it pretty tough for him to make these plays. I think if you're a mid, you should almost always buy a sentry for like around this time, right? Because you know that like the first observer one is gonna run out soon, like around this time. Oh, Lopet's gonna die. Fruitcake dies again. He just TP'd back to lane, but finally Dota for Facebook will get themselves on the scoreboard. It's gonna be Vlad's as the first item for Chilbro Swag. It's not a HOD. I feel like that's a lot more common these days. It just gives you so much more play potential, but maybe Chilbro Swagger is not feeling too confident about his micro. And Gyrocopter's level 5 now, so Chilbro Swagger needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get called down. I can imagine Lopez just going to Magic Missile into a call down, and this Beastmaster's going to be in a bit of trouble. They get the Hawk at least, and Scylla dies in mid solo to the Razor. Level 8 Razor against level 7 Kunkka now, and gonna pick up this DD rune for the Razor. No bottle, so not too free, but gonna just use it to farm neutral creeps. How is bot lane going? Dusa is not doing too hot, but I mean Gyro's not that far ahead in last hits either. The only problem is Gyro is like also getting kills in this lane. 1 kill and 3 assists. So Dusa pretty far behind now. Gonna pick up a third Wraith Band. And Tech's gonna get jumped by this by the Tusk here. Nice 2-man Ice Path will buy some time. It looks like Tex will be able to get out of here. So here's the problem. He doesn't have any points in split shot, which means when he goes back into the jungle, he's not going to be farming that efficiently. And Hero is actually going to fall for this. So, good stuff there. Nice Ice Path from 50 and 60. Oh. Lopet does go down at top. The corner comes down now. He kind of TP'd in, so Beastmaster will fall, and so will the Sniper. But I guess maybe some space, because Razor TP'd. I would like to see Scylla make moves. Every time I see this Kunkka, he hits level 6 and he just stays in mid. He doesn't make any moves. And like, this X-Boat combo is really strong early on. The boat does 400 damage at level 1. So like, there's a lot of heroes he could blow up here. DP doesn't have that much health. Razor doesn't have that. Gyro used to not have that much health. Now he has. Actually, Gyro has heaps of health. Alrighty, Exorcism has popped. Cosmo just running at them, but he's getting quite low. Another headshot comes out. There's no assassinate or shrapnels anymore, so a bit of a wasted DP ulti there. Not gonna be able to get anything out of it. 10-minute bounty runes, and it seems like Shopify are gonna get all 4 of them. That's not good for them either. They really need some money. And Tusk gonna snowball in. Fruitcake's in a little bit of trouble here. This tag team is popped, but Shrapnel might buy some time. Tex has shown up now. Oh. Fruitcake's can't stay too long. The body blocks, griefing his teammate. Yule's going to be the first item on Razor, making sure they can't TP out, and it's also very good for the extra boost speed. Razor's one of the few heroes who has his percentage move speed since the change.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Alright, Drum's going to be the first item for Kunkka. I kind of feel like this is actually a Spirit Vessel game. But he also needs to be active, right? He's just staying in this mid lane and farming the whole time. Alright, Razor's going to make his way down bot again. Do they have the lockdown here? The shards will miss. They see the Razor with the courier now. I think they just need to just TP out of here. They're gonna try for the dive. Incarnate, he's diving deep. Plasma Field comes out now, and the Snowball comes in as well. Stonegaze is popped. Nice Macropire from the Jakiro doing tons of damage here, but Dusa will end up going down in the meantime. Tusk goes down first, and DP not too long to follow it seems, and Incarnate dies as well. That was a huge throw from Shopify. They end up getting the Dusa and the Jakiro, but was that worth it? Sniper got a lot of money out of that. Conker as well, nice rotation. Finally leaving the mid lane for a rotation, and it pays off big time for him. They did get the Dusa though, and Medusa's Courier. Alright, so we see 3 Wraith Bands, but no points in split shot, so this Dusa is still not going to be able to hit the jungle. I'm a little bit worried for Texas game here. I don't know. I mean, this is one of the problems with Dusa's side lane as well. Is because like when you're the side lane hero, safe lane hero, you want to. Oh, Fruitcakes getting linked. X-Mark will bring the Razor back a bit, but Fruitcakes he wanted more. He got greedy and he's gonna die again. Okay, so when you're the safe lane, you want the creep wave to be here because you want it to farm safely. But if you level split shot, you're gonna push the wave in. So like. Safe lane Dusa is not very easy. The other thing is that, like, I don't know, it's really hard with Dusa. You do want to level Mystic Snake early on, right? It gives you that little bit of burst damage. It lets you increase, like, sustain your mana pool. But at the same time, you want to level Split Shot for farming. So I feel like the play on Dusa is to, like, only put 2 points in Mystic Snake and then hold your points in Split Shot until you go to the jungle. But meanwhile, 3 heroes, but the Stone Gaze is popped, but Dusa still gonna die here. Incarnate didn't turn to stone because of the Yules actually turns it around multiple times, but Jakiro will get the double kill turnaround, and Hero's in a lot of trouble as well. He's probably gonna go down here. I guess space for Gyro. Gyro's gonna go for a Axe first. Sniper's gonna try and get some farm. He really needs his Ags. He's got the Trickle Boots plus the Magic Wand. So his Ags is probably still like 15 minutes away. It's not gonna be fast at all. Just remember, the more small items you go for, the longer your Ags is delayed for. But it seems like Shopify, they just want to keep running at Facebook. Even though DP ulti is down, this Razor is very strong right now. Plasma Field comes out, we'll clip the Jakiro. Ice Path as well, gonna Yules up the Jakiro, so not gonna be able to run away here. He will beat the Sacrifice. In the meantime, Facebook, they're gonna try and go for mid. There's a DD on the Sniper, which I think was probably not the best pickup. They're gonna get this tower, so we'll be the first team to claim a tower. This bot tower is not long for this one either, though, because it's like, there's no way that for Facebook to defend this. Alright, Dusa gonna go for choice. Finally a point in the split shot, but level 1 split shot is not very good. And Coach is going to try and steal this stack. Definitely that level 4 split shot. Bounty runes, finally Facebook will get at least 2 of them. Alright, Blink gonna be the item of choice for Chilbro Swagons. They really need this right now. They need a way to initiate, because the roll cast range is really short now, and again you can't increase it with Ags anymore. I don't think it's scale. I think it used to scale with levels as well, maybe, but like I'm not sure about that. So Sniper doing sniper things, he's just gonna spam shrapnel on this mid wave to make sure they can't push. It's very scary, but the catapult's coming in now. They're gonna have to tank the catapult, which is not ideal. The shards will miss as well, so as long as they keep this siege creep alive, and they don't, so this mid wave's gonna get cleared as well by the shrapnel. Assassinate comes out to Cosmo. His exorcism doesn't have much longer, but the X-boat comes out, Yules, but Cosmo gets blown up instantly. A roar now on the Razor, and Moped's in a lot of trouble on the bench. And Razor's also in a little bit of trouble. Coach is showing up now. They don't have the damage to take out the Razor here. in the backline. Fruitcakes and Chillbro Swagons got taken out by the Gyro. Well, I guess Beastmaster wasn't in the backlines, but Coach has shown up now, and it's gonna look pretty rough. Deuce's not ready to fight, but Gyro is always ready to fight with Call Down. So they're gonna be taking these team fights 4v5 for quite a long time.
Under fire.
These towers even any good? You might as well just go for another point to split shot, right? They both seem really bad now. 15 damage is okay, I guess. Ag's now picked up with Gyro, so his farming speed's going to increase. He's going to go for a Mask of Madness next. That's really nice, because then you can disassemble it later to become a Satanic and Butterfly. This is pretty common on most carries that buy both. And Lopert is in a ton of trouble here. Drops the Magic Missile, but shouldn't be too long for this world. Assassinate. Nope. He wants to get the kill to Chillbro Swagons. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Even though this Blink is pretty high impact, it doesn't seem like he's having trouble getting rolls off. I think the sniper really needs the Ags. Alright. So the team gonna slow down a little bit. Hero is looking for some action, but they have good vision as well. I like this ward. It's a pretty uncommon spot.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
It spots like the crossroads in the jungle as well. Oh, Beastmaster took the top lane, top tower, pretty uncontested as well. He's almost got his blink now. We'll see if they want to make a move. They really need to find this Gyro pickoff. I think that would be a pretty big way for them, for Dota from Faithful to get back into the game. So maybe after you pick up this blink, go for a smoke play. But Fruitcakes ends up dying at bot. Chillbro Swagger is going to continue to push this tower a bit. They're going to lose mid in the meantime, so I don't think they're going to be able to fully get this tower, but at least they can put a lot of pressure on it. Like Liquid Fire the tower, clear the creep wave with Dual Breath, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Dragon Scale for Dusa. Unfortunately, this split shot modifier thing is at level 25, so not the best item on Dusa. I think it works with Tidebringer though. Not really sure. I don't think, maybe Tidebringer doesn't do on-hit effects, but oh, Fruitcakes, he's gonna die again. He just respawned. That feels bad. But they must know that like Shopify are in the jungle, and they're just running into them head first. Scylla gonna run into the Venge here, and it seems like Venge might go down to a boat combo here, but you're using the boat combo for just a Vengeful Spirit. The Stone Gaze comes out now, Text is running down Incarnate, but they don't have the lockdown for him, and now that Stone Gaze has run out, luckily the link was broken, Razor didn't deal too much damage. Somehow, I feel like Coach, I don't know why he left the fight. They could have been taking this one pretty easily because they were 4v5, but Sniper's respawned now. Cosmo gonna take top with the DP ulti and gonna drop the shrapnel to buy some time. Should clear out the creep wave pretty quickly here. And Cosmo, he's trying to find the Sniper here. If he gets a Spirit Siphon, the Sniper's pretty dead. And that will be the case. No amount of slow can really save you against this DP. And that's what makes this hero ridiculous. Alright, so they will get one of the bounty runes at least. But a 7k gold lead, somehow, I feel like Facebook aren't as far behind as I thought they would be, but they are kind of far behind, right? Like this Gyro is having a pretty free game. He's 4-0 and 5, hasn't died a single time. Ag's gonna be the next item on Kunkka. Should increase their team fight significantly. I like this pickup a lot. I still would have liked to see a Vessel instead of drums, but I guess they want a little bit more run at you. Like Dusa's kind of a slow hero, so you're gonna get that extra move speed from the drums, and she does have the move speed from the Stone Gaze, but don't always have that on. Sniper still nowhere close to the Ags. Around 2 components towards the Ags. So Facebook, they've got to stall this game out for probably another 20 minutes it seems. Manta going to be the first item on Deuce. I think this is pretty normal, but I feel like this is probably a Manta Rapier game on Dusa. Like, by the time like Dusa picks up her next item after Manta, like Shopify are gonna be knocking at high ground, so they need to play big. And Rapier is the way to go. I also find I like the Grove Bow. It means that everyone gets the. Oh, I guess there's no modifiers, but BKB going to be the next item on Razor, so it's going to be much harder to lock him down. The Stone Gate still goes through BKB, and so does the Raw, so I guess they do have some options against this Razor. Gyro is going to go for a Satanic as his next item, and this is pretty big because the status resistance is quite good against the Raw. You're going to get Rawed anyway, so might as well make it last less time.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant fortified their tower.
So Kunkka, I think Kunkka should wait for the Ags the next fight. I don't think they should fight down here. Fruitcake's going to get missiled. He's probably going to go down. And Hero is going to snipe the kill with the Ice Shards, it seems. X marks. Going to bring the Razor back, but is this a fight they want to take? Stone Gaze comes out, but the Mystic Stick doesn't bounce anywhere. And Dusa getting a ton of her damage drained. And the other reason why Rapier is really good this game is because it doesn't matter how much damage Razor saps off you. You're still going to hit hard. And that sometimes is the counter for Razor in late game. Ugh, fucking allergy season. Alright, Jakira gonna walk up the hill and die. Bit of a mistake there. They should just avoid their jungle altogether. Their jungle is like very well warded. They've just completely taken control. They don't have any access points anymore either. No T2 tower, no outpost. I think like just avoid the jungle altogether. They keep walking in. Like Fruitcakes is going to try again, I guess. Gonna get an observer ward, I guess. Alright, well, Crimson Guard gonna be the next item for Beastmaster. It is a very good item against the Gyro. Like, he does a lot of spread damage. Alright. Incarnate dodges the X-Boat combo with the Yules. It's pretty tough. And it's gonna get BKB soon as well, so you can just all around ignore it. See how Fruitcakes is doing towards his Ags. Almost got the third component. It's still gonna be quite a while till he gets it. I think they should prioritize the Ags a little bit more. Oh, Xmas on the Razor. I don't think Facebook can defend this tower. Scylla, he's gonna, Showbiz Ride's gonna get caught out in the backline by the Tusky, and Venge gonna be the first to die. Incarnate also goes down. He died way too deep there. Nice Ice Path from 50 to 60. Can they get this Gyrocopter? He is pretty speedy, but he gets X, and he doesn't have BKB, so he's in a lot of trouble. Can they finish this off? Jakira gets silenced though, so he's not gonna get another Ice Path off. And Tex, he's the last man standing. The boat comes out now. Will finish off Coach. But he's kind of deep against these three heroes. He's got another Mystic Snake. He's just going to TP out of it. There's nothing to cancel it. That was actually a very good fight for Facebook. How did Scylla die? He boated... I guess the Ghost finished him off? He boated the Gyrocopter and then died after? But all things considered, that was a very good fight for Facebook. Dusa made it out alive. She's actually going to go for a Skadi instead of finishing off the Manta style. And I don't mind this either. Again, the regen reduction is very nice against this potential Satanic. Satanic Gyro and all of DP's nonsense. So it is a very good item this game. I'm just worried about the damage output, but it seems like they're not having any issues. Shakira doing a ton of damage in these fights with these macro pyres. Oh my god, look at that macro pyre. And Sniper almost has his axe now. That was a really big fight for Facebook here. Still 11k gold behind, but they're not quite out of the woods yet. Let's see how net worth's looking. Yeah, everyone on Facebook is kind of far behind. This Gyro is very strong right now. He has the butterfly if he disassembles the Mask of Madness, but there it is. Full butterfly complete. Cosmo gonna take down the Jakiro here. You're taking a lot of damage from Sniper, but I don't think Facebook want to be here. Another shrapnel gets dropped. It should buy them some time. Cosmo getting X'd. No, I thought that was an X. I don't know what happened there. They could potentially have taken this fight because Gyro is top and he was showing as well in the creep wave. Oh, and Imp Claw on Gyro as well. That's pretty scary. Just that plus 24 damage is free. I'm worried that when Dusa picks up this Skadi, it's going to be too late. But at the same time, I don't think you can risk going for a Rapier as the first item. I mean, maybe at this point, you might as well. Like, if you see the Gyro has a butterfly complete, you might want to just finish the Rapier so you get that true strike. But I mean, Deuce is also not having too much trouble staying alive. Oh no, he's gonna get caught out here. Then, the double sentry comes out. Axe is complete on the Sniper. That was the reveal. The boat comes out onto the Razor illusion, it seems. It's a bit questionable. That's really bad. They don't have the boat to take this Roche fight, and Roche will go down pretty quickly here. Coach picks up the Aegis, and this guy is going to be very difficult to deal with now. I think they just need to deal with all of Coach's teammates and then go for Coach last. I don't really see them taking this Gyro, fighting this Gyro directly. A swap back. Jakiro will be the first to fall here. They will get this tower very easily. Shopify, do they want to go high ground or do they want to continue taking T2s? There's only one left at top, so I could see that as like the safe option. Jakiro did use Macropire already though, so if they go now, there won't be any D push from the Macropire. It's just the shrapnel they have to deal with. Alternatively, 30 minutes is coming up, so they will have a siege creep in the next wave. So they could do it that way as well. Hold down comes down now, Coach. Taking a lot of like AoE damage, but Conker's going to be the first to go down here. He drops the torrent stop, he gets the boat off before he dies. It will kill Lopin and Hero. So Chilbro Swagger's also going to die here though, with the beaky being popped. Gyro lost his first life, but Sniper's going to go down too. It's just 2v3, and the fort is popped now before the creeps arrive, so that's very unfortunate for them, because now they're not going to be able to instantly clear the creep wave. The siege creep is going to come in the next wave, like I mentioned earlier. Cosmo hits it deep. He wants the Dusa, but Dusa is still really tanky. He's draining a lot of damage from the Dusa, but still has a decent amount to work with. Facebook, they need to stop the bleeding right now. I think they're going to lose this Rax, pretty much guaranteed. I don't see them being able to defend it. Sniper's up in 15 seconds. Kunker's up soon as well. I think Kunker needed to drop the boat a lot earlier in that fight to get the damage mitigation. He kind of got blown up really quickly. I think he was waiting for like a really good boat opportunity, but instead got blown up instead. It was looking pretty good for Facebook as well, but they just like don't have the damage output, right? Like they're just a little bit too far behind. If this Dusa had like maybe like her Skadi complete, I think they definitely could have taken that fight there. Beastmaster still working towards his Crimson Guard. He's pretty far off from it as well. It's like not gonna come anytime soon. Cracky coat for the Venge. Can make it a lot harder to blow this Venge up. Or you can put it on Tusk. Oh. I don't know. Chilbro Swaggins, he's got this blink. He's had this blink for a long time, but I haven't seen them go for like any smoke pickoffs. They've just been I just feel like they've been on the back foot the whole time. Like they keep getting picked off in the jungle. They got picked off like 10 times in the jungle earlier.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
And Shopify gonna continue marching down lane. Coach has a Satanic now, so it's gonna be even more difficult to kill. It's basically a second life if you're not CC'd all the way, and they don't really have the CC to like bring him down 100 to 0. The DP ulti's pop now, and I think Facebook are in a lot of trouble now. This tower gonna go down quite quickly. They don't have a repair kit either. The Torrent Storm comes out. But after the Torrent Storm ends, they shouldn't have any issues getting to this fight. DP getting very low here. There's no shrapnel to finish him off, and 90-man Ice Path again. Tusk jumps in, gonna kill the Beastmaster with the Forest Punch, and well, this DP actually goes down here. Coach getting really low. He pops the Satanic, but he gets torrented. He's gonna go down. That's no buyback on the gyro for 82 seconds. They only lose the tower. Facebook, they need to make something happen now. It's time to march down mid. Do so with a completed Scotty. I think that's what really helped them seal the deal against this gyrocopter. He couldn't heal as much. It's 35% healing reduction. The dual breath damage. I think this got nerfed a bit. It went down to 30 and went down to 20. So it was 40. And then it went down to 30 in this patch, and then it went down to 25 in this patch. I'm like, what? That's so dumb. I guess you like, I don't know. I guess the other talent is like really bad, because it was like plus 40 dual breath burn damage was 2 extra points in the dual breath. And Razor's gonna get picked off here as well. This is kind of bad for Shopify. They're getting picked off one by one. And, well, Venge gets picked off as well. Facebook, they're doing it. They're making a big comeback here. It's still 18k gold down, but Razor's down for 70 seconds. Can they continue to push here? They push decently fast with the max liquid fire. Nobody has the dragon scale anymore. Sniper pick up the quickening charm instead. That is a lot better for the sniper. He's just going to be spamming assassinate. Facebook, do they want to go high ground? Razor's still down for 55 seconds. I think they want to try and force the buyback and then get out of there. But the problem is, can they get out? Hero, he rolls in with a snowball. There's still a torrent storm. Actually, no torrent storm. Boat comes out now. A lot of damage mitigation. The stone gaze comes out as well. Looks like Hero's going to be the first to fall here. DP getting slowed up by the Scotty, in a ton of trouble. Using the heals to buy some time, but right into the ice path, and Cosmo's gonna go down as well. Tusk has no buyback. DP will have, oh, actually gonna make it out. The ice path barely misses the torrent. Can they get the kill here? The torrent storm will finish off the DP. And Lopa in a ton of trouble as well. Scylla will end up going down here, it seems. He dived a little bit too deep for the DP kill, but wasn't worth it in the end. He has no buyback for 80 seconds. The nighttime has started, so the siege creep will be in the next wave. Buyback on the bench. Razor's up now as well. So DP has buyback, but probably doesn't want to use it. It's time to back off. They forced the Venge buyback at least, and Jakiro seems like he's going to be the sacrifice here. Fruitcake's gonna try and trying to force staff his way through the trees, but I think he's gonna die here to the gyro. Very unfortunate force staff from Fruitcakes here. This is now suddenly really bad for Facebook. Sniper doesn't have buyback. He's just dead for a really long time. Facebook, they were doing really well, and they forced some buybacks at least on the Venge. But I think they just like couldn't get out of there safely. They also split up, which I think was a bit of a mistake. Like, they needed to back off together, right? Sniper got picked off solo. Jakiro got left behind, but that happened. BKB gonna be the next item on Gyro. This is a late game BKB as well, so it's gonna last a very long time. I think think this is what they need to close out the game on the side of Shopify. They might wait for the next Roshan. It's up in 1 to 3 minutes, or 0 to 3 minutes, so this could be an option for them. I don't really see Facebook being able to contest this Roshan. They need to get vision around the Roche pit, otherwise this it's going to be pretty difficult for them. Let's see what the timing is going to be. It is a very fast Roshan. It's very favorable for Shopify, because Facebook need to drag this game out for a little bit longer. Dusa sending a courier. Where's the courier? I think this is definitely a rapier time if you're Dusa, but he finishes off the Manta style. Oh no. I guess it's nice for the silence, but Roche is up now. Cosmo just walked past it. They didn't check if the Roche was up. Timeless Relic picked up now. This is who's gonna take the Timeless Relic? I kind of feel like DP might take it, because it increases the damage of the spirits. It makes the silence last longer as well. But she's got a craggy coat. I don't think she wants another item. And they've scouted the Roche pit. Facebook have no idea this is happening. Oh, I think this is going to be the closer for Shopify with the Aegis Gyro and BKB. I don't really see them being able to kill this Gyro essentially 3 times, right? Like, she's got the Aegis. Oh, the Shrapnel comes in. Ikana's gonna get blown off first. The Torrent Storm comes down as well. The Raw use onto the Razor. He's gonna barely die here. Coach pops the BKB, running at the Dusa now. But Dusa, I feel like, could probably man up against this Gyro a bit. But he's running out of mana. And now there's no help. Where is the rest of his team? Dusa getting left alone, run out by the Gyro. And Kunkka buys back now. Dusa's completely out of mana. I don't think they can take this fight anymore. There another homing missile comes out. 3 homing missile charges on this level 25 gyrocopter, and I think Dusa's gonna die here. She does have buyback at least, so they need to buy back and try and take this Roche fight, it seems. Razor also bought back, so tons of buybacks coming out here. Coach, he's still really strong. Crimson Guard will expire now. He kind of needs to not get picked off here. Dusa needs to push this wave in. Roche is really low. Can they snipe it? Wild Axes will scout it out, but Razor runs at the Kunkka and does a dieback on the Kunkka. And Dusa, I don't think she does enough damage to kill all these heroes by herself. The Jakiri gets picked up as well, and Dusa's gonna die. I think that's the end of the game. I mean, they had to take that Roche fight, but they also were like a little bit too far behind. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and it seems like Shopify are going to close out this game. I think they really needed to play like this high ground area in the fight. Like, Dusa ended up getting separated from the rest of the team, and they need to like fight together, right? That's where their strength comes from. But it was not an easy fight for them to take, so seems like Sniper's gonna be able to. Oh, another Coach goes down. Oh, but Fruitcake gives up his life for it. He has buyback, but everyone else on his team is dead for so long. I don't know if I mean, this Ag Sniper with a quickening charm, can he do it? It's pretty ridiculous. Holy shit. DP getting really low here. She's healing up slowly with the ghosts. Oh, but DP goes down as well. Sniper's doing it. He's I don't think he needs to kill Incarnate, but the BKB from Razor. Alright, okay, this game is Fruitcakes, you tried your best, but it's not gonna be enough. Shopify will close out this game. And I mean, it looked a little bit sketchy for a bit. I think they almost threw the game, to be honest, but I don't know. I think Facebook, their lineup was too late game oriented. I think I don't know. Look, even though they were up against potentially a DP mid, they picked Kunkka, which is a bad matchup, and then they got Razored anyway, which is an even worse matchup. So like, I'm not big on this Kunkka pick. I think they should have just picked a different hero. Even though I guess this is a comfort pick for Scylla, again, like, I think he just needs to make more rotations early on this Kunkka, because he hit level 6 and then like Razor left the lane with like haste runes and DDs, and Kunkka didn't do anything. He just sat at mid, even though like, you know, X Boat is a super strong combo early on. I don't know, a little bit too much reliance on the late game. They kind of fell a little bit too far behind early on. This comeback though was pretty impressive. I think Shopify YOLO'd a little bit too hard, but we'll see how game number 2 goes if Data from Facebook can stay in the game.